Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
This area apparently is a hot spot for Bigfoot activity.
Oh, what the? Oh, you again. What the? Okay.
Tonight, we look at 6 disturbing camping encounters caught on camera. Real moments, real danger. Don't forget to subscribe for more terrifying footage like this. Let's begin. The plan was simple. A quiet night of solo camping in a Danish forest before returning to work the next morning. For Sophie, the creator behind Outdoor Girl Sophie, it seemed like an easy escape. Just a short train ride from home, a bit of nature, and one peaceful evening under the trees. She chose a small forest nearby, known to be popular during summer, but quiet enough on a rainy weekday to feel secluded. Though the rain poured for much of the afternoon, Sophie remained determined, pushing forward with her plan despite being soaked from the knees down. As the weather eased, she wandered the open woods searching for a place to set up camp.
Hi, I'm Sophie. Today I'm on a solo camping trip in a forest in Denmark. It's raining a lot. Hopefully it clears up before I have to set up my tent. I hope you will join my adventure. So today it's actually a weekday, which means that I have to go to work tomorrow early in the morning. So today I'm at a forest area close to my home, which means that it's a quite small area and a lot of people here in the summertime. But with this rain, I'm hoping that I will have it a bit more to myself. I can already see now that this forest is very open.
Although Denmark allows wild camping in certain areas, this forest didn't feel quite right. Trails cut through the trees, tire marks traced the mud, and distant car engines reminded her she wasn't far from civilization. She eventually found a clearing behind some trees. It seemed private enough, at least compared to the rest of the forest. But just meters away, she spotted a makeshift fire pit and signs that others had used the spot before.
I just walked like 10 meters from where I put down my bag, and there is this open spot where it looks as if someone has made like a fireplace up here. So I'm not the only one trying to escape all the people. This is a very nice spot. So I'm gonna get my bag from right over here, and then I'm gonna stay here. It's so heavy. Oh my god. Look at this giant tree that has fallen. It's so big.
Even here, solitude was elusive. For a time, things returned to normal. She cooked a basic meal and explored the area casually. But the mood shifted again when loud music echoed through the trees. Somewhere nearby, a party or gathering had started. Then, without warning, a group of 5 men on bikes sped down the nearby trail, shouting and laughing as they passed her sight. The encounter wasn't hostile, no threats, no direct interaction, but it was jarring. The sense of being alone vanished in an instant. A subtle unease crept in.
Now I just need to find a suitable stick for my new table. Should be possible. Maybe it has to be a little bit thicker than this one. Yeah, just when I thought I was alone, there are 5 guys driving through on their bikes, screaming and giving me a big shock. Yeah, I'm gonna stay here and cook dinner and maybe camp. I don't know. We'll see.
As she tried to continue with her routine, the discomfort grew. Thoughts of falling asleep in a thin tent while strangers passed nearby began to feel overwhelming. Despite knowing, logically, that she was probably safe, the emotional weight was enough to shift her decision. She quietly packed up and began the walk back to the station.
So now should be the time where I put up the tent and get ready for the night. I don't know. I don't think I feel like staying here for the night. Like, you can hear loud music in the distance, and I can hear cars very close by. Oh, now there is a guy biking right here. Yeah, I think I need to pack up and then just go home in my bed.
The journey ended not with a campfire under the stars, but with a quiet ride home and the comfort of her own bed. This wasn't a dramatic encounter. No crime, no direct threat, just the quiet tension of vulnerability. What it revealed, however, was how quickly solitude can turn fragile. A shift in sound, a group passing through, a glance in the wrong direction. These moments are enough to unravel even the best laid plans, especially when you're alone. Sophie wasn't afraid of people, but fear isn't always about danger. It's about feeling exposed. In a world where wild spaces grow smaller and solitude becomes rare, how much safety do we really have when we're technically alone, but never truly out of sight? Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. Uploaded on July 5th, 2025, this episode from Dee's Dark Adventures stands apart from the channel's usual ghost hunts and camping explorations. Known for raw, unscripted live streams and immersive overnight investigations, the channel often dives into the eerie unknown. But on this night, something felt different. The location, a remote wooded area, offered all the ingredients for a chilling encounter, and what unfolded would quickly become one of the most disturbing episodes in the channel's history. Dee entered the forest prepared. Multiple light sources, motion-sensitive devices, and an open mind. She wasn't there to stir trouble, just to document and connect with whatever energies might linger in the darkness. But shortly after beginning, her surroundings shifted in a way that even seasoned paranormal followers recognized as out of the ordinary.
I had to change my light again. Fuck. They keep turning my lights. They were quiet. And then that whistle. I'm freaking out, guys. I can't do this. Something's wrong. They're everywhere. They're all on each side of me. And those damn things. What? It's not dogs. If it's coyotes, I've never heard them before. They're freaking me out, dude. Hello? Hello? Oh my god, dude. What is happening? Something's wrong, dude.
It started small. Her lights began to fail without explanation, despite fresh batteries and careful preparation. As she adjusted her gear, the woods grew oppressively still. No animals, no breeze, just a growing silence broken only by faint rustling beyond the flashlight's reach. Then came the whistles. Not one, but several, from different directions. They weren't random. They seemed human, or at least something imitating human sounds. As the sound circled her, She attempted to remain calm, speaking softly, even singing children's lullabies to ground herself. That's when the equipment reacted. Motion-activated balls lit up, at first sporadically, then in deliberate sequences. Dee tried to stay rational, but the timing felt impossible to ignore.
I can keep singing if you want me to keep singing. Touch that ball. Thank you. Okay, I'll sing again. Okay, what's a different one? Let's see. Oh God, I know all kinds of nursery rhymes. Why can't I think of one right now? Guys, help me out here. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. I've had it. Dude, no. No. Dude, it's doing it again. Thank you. Do you like that? Did you guys hear the guy screaming again?
The devices responded to her voice, to her songs, sometimes even to her silence, as if something unseen was answering back. And then came the scream. From somewhere in the woods, a deep, guttural scream tore through the night. It wasn't an animal call, and it wasn't someone playing a prank. It was raw, loud, and close. The scream repeated, and panic crept into her voice. She debated leaving, but stayed long enough to document what happened next.
Shut up. I'm going live. I can't go live. The reception's bad in here.
At one point, she spotted a shadow near the tree line. It didn't move, just lingered. When she turned her light to face it, it vanished. Her infrared camera glitched, flashlight dimmed, and the only things that kept functioning were the motion-triggered balls, still responding to seemingly intelligent cues. What followed was chaos. More movement, more shadows, and the unmistakable feeling of being surrounded. At one point, she described a black mass with a pale face hovering near the ground, and another shape peeking from behind a tree. Her lights flickered. Her voice trembled. And finally, she made the decision to end the session.
Look at that thing to the left. Right there. What is that? Why is it dimming? Don't do that. What are you? What is that? It's blurring. Movement around me. Stop. Okay. There's something peeking right there around the corner. And there's something flat on the ground that's black with a white base. I'm not watching behind me. Sorry guys, I'm moving you over. I didn't mean to. That. What is that? Oh, please work. My light won't. It's moved. And then there's a thing looking around the corner there. I don't like it. That's a dark shadow, dude.
Dee packed up and left the forest, shaken and out of breath. Whatever had happened that night, it was beyond the usual ghost hunt. It crossed into something personal and possibly dangerous. What began as a documentation of unexplained activity quickly shifted into a survival scenario. Whether paranormal or psychological, the events followed a disturbingly intelligent pattern. Devices responding to speech, sounds mimicking human behavior, and appearances of shadowy figures just out of reach.
I don't like it.
Some might argue it was heightened fear feeding misinterpretation. Others believe she encountered something that didn't just want to be seen, but wanted control. Either way, Dee's experience serves as a warning. The deeper you go into the unknown, the more likely something is watching you back. She left the forest, but whatever was out there didn't need to follow. Because sometimes, the things that hide in the dark aren't just waiting for you to find them. They've already found you. Angelo, the face behind the popular Exploring with Angelo YouTube channel, is no stranger to eerie locations. From haunted forests to abandoned asylums, his content often dives headfirst into the unknown. But in this video, uploaded in 2025, he takes on something new: Randonautica, a mysterious app that claims to guide users to strange, often unexplained destinations based on their chosen intent. Curious about the app's potential, Angelo heads out alone into the forest at night, flashlight in hand, expecting nothing more than an unusual but harmless experience. What he gets instead is something far more disturbing.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Randonautica adventure. I haven't done this for a couple of days, been working on some other stuff, and for those of you that don't know what Randonautica is, it is this crazy app that takes you on nutso adventures. You find some weird stuff, strange things sometimes, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. Can also be kind of scary. Anyways, it uses sort of like a quantum physics. You use an intent and it brings you to a point on your map, and sometimes there are things actually related to your intent.
After entering the woods, things begin to feel off almost immediately. The air grows heavy and a creeping sensation sets in, one that suggests he might not be alone. At first he brushes it off, but then among the trees he sees someone.
Somebody's like out there, or that's kind of weird. Heard something. Thought I heard something over here too. Oh, what the f? Hi? Can I help you? Okay, that's creepy. What are you doing?
A hooded figure stands still in the darkness, partially hidden by shadows, saying nothing, just watching.
Okay, this is really weird. What the hell? Why are you just standing there? Okay, this is getting really weird. Hello? Okay. Why is he just standing there? Yeah, I don't know what your problem is, but... What the f...
Despite attempts to communicate, the figure doesn't respond. Angelo moves on, unnerved but hopeful it was just a coincidence.
Okay, he just like motioned towards me. Where the hell is he going? Okay, are you kidding me right now? Sorry for all the swearing, guys, but like... Can I see him in the camera? Well, he's leaving. Okay, that was weird. Yeah. I'm gonna avoid going in that direction. I don't know what to make of that, but let's just hope they left. What the hell was that all about? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who the hell that guy was and why he was just standing there. It's like he was watching me. Okay, that was weird. Okay, I'm gonna just continue on. I think he's gone at this point, because that was just weird. Alright, Halton Hills, what is your deal with the weirdos? What the hell? What the heck?
Further into the woods, he stumbles across a peculiar object, a multicolored skull half buried in the dirt. Before he can make sense of it, movement nearby draws his attention. I don't know what this is. It looks like a
There's definitely something on it. I thought I heard something. What the hell? There's like some lights out there. Probably a house or something. There are like houses on one side of this.
The sound is deliberate. When he looks up, he sees the same man again.
Kind of creepy, but okay. Well, let's just hope that dude is completely gone, because what the f... Okay, no, I think that's just a tree. No. Oh, you again. What the... Okay. Nope. What's this guy's problem? Oh, he's coming. Okay. That's creepy. Oh. Yo, what is this dude's problem? Yo, stay! No! Okay. What the...
But this time, he's closer and moving. At first, the figure appears across the path. Then moments later, he emerges from another direction entirely, quietly, as if trying not to be noticed. Angelo begins to realize this isn't a random passerby. This person is following him.
Are you kidding me right now? Okay, I think he's gone.
Fear takes hold. Angelo turns and bolts through the forest. Every noise behind him sounds like a footstep. Every shifting shadow feels alive. His flashlight shakes in his hands as he races back to his car, lungs burning, panic rising. He finally reaches the vehicle, slams the door, locks it, and drives off, leaving the forest and the figure behind. Many dismiss Randonautica as just a game, but moments like this raise real concerns. Was the figure a coincidence, or someone anticipating explorers drawn in by the app? As its popularity grows, so too does the risk of real-world dangers hiding behind the thrill of the unknown. In the end, Angelo escaped unharmed. But a lingering question remains. Was the app guiding him to something strange, or was it guiding something strange to him? On September 26, 2023, the YouTube channel Boys Outdoors shared a seemingly routine video that quickly turned into something far more intense. What began as a casual duck hunt after school escalated into a heated confrontation, one that the young hunters won't soon forget. The two friends had returned to a small pond they'd worked on throughout the summer, setting up decoys and preparing blinds in hopes of a productive evening.
Guys got his orange kayak out there. Well, welcome back to another episode. Today we're out on this little pond that we kind of did some work on this summer, and we're gonna see if we can get a nice greasy evening hunt here. We just got get off of school here, and he's going to kayak now. Hey, fix some of those decoys. We got the little pallet blind. Got the pallet blind, but we've been seeing a lot of ducks out here. So we've already seen a good flock of teal and then some woodies and a bunch of coots. So we're gonna see what Buddy does out there, but hopefully we can get a nice after school hunt going here for you guys. Buddy doesn't want the smoke. Where'd he go? Oh, he's still swinging. Buddy's $800 decoys are getting wrecked. Yeah,
The weight smoke.
Oh, yikes. Try to get one out in front of this little patch here where that drake's sitting. No, like that patch to the right, kind of. No, buddy. The one like where there's a drake and then the hen's like in that gap. Oh, the wind's perfect. See it.
Their setup was typical. A kayak, a few calls, and a well-placed hide near the water's edge. At first, everything felt familiar. Just another relaxed afternoon in the field. Early signs were promising. They spotted flocks of teal, wood ducks, and coots moving through the area. After settling in, they managed to harvest a few birds while joking and filming for their channel. It was shaping up to be a solid session. Then, from a distance, they heard shouting.
And our website says.
But you're trespassing on other people's land.
Is it not?
No, you're not.
Sure. That's what my app said that. So that's what
Well, your app.
it was. At sunset.
I gotta find it here.
Okay, well look.
So I know you can't hunt past 4 o'clock.
Sure, that's not just an old timer rule because I feel like they might have changed it.
Old timer rule.
Oh, I don't know. It might have been in something.
I'm pretty sure they changed
It's
it.
been that way for about 15 years.
Well, they might have.
They changed the 10 o'clock opener. It used to be 12 o'clock.
Sure.
Then they changed it to 7 or 10, and then they changed it to opening day at sunrise.
Sure.
I've been hunting ducks for 50 some years. So I know the rules.
Well, I know, but the rules are constantly changing. It's kind of just a
But you don't know the rules.
It's what it says on his phone. So
Minnesota waterfowl regulation.
I'm gonna find it here before you guys leave.
DNR
I got your
state,
license
Minnesota.
number.
Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad.
I'm gonna turn you into the
Okay.
warden.
Go ahead. We are following the
At first, the voice was muffled, angry but too far away to make out. That changed quickly when the roar of an ATV echoed through the woods. A man pulled up near their position, visibly upset. He accused the hunters of violating state hunting laws, insisting they were beyond legal shooting hours and claiming they were trespassing.
This is where things in the hunt went very south very fast. Essentially what happened is off in the distance we heard some old man just yelling, and we didn't know what it was. We couldn't hear what he's saying. He's too far away. We just hear he's yelling and he's very mad. And I'm like, uh-oh, what's he mad about? So then we hear his side-by-side tear up the road and he's just, he's flooring it. And then he comes back and then he parks on our land. So he essentially trespassed onto our land. And we can just hear him yelling and screaming up there. And he was very mad. And then we go up there and he's just yelling at us saying that we're screwed, we're effed, our guns are getting taken away and everything. And then I kind of just turned off the camera. I didn't really record anything because I thought for sure we were screwed and going to jail. But then after I realized we're 100% legal, I'm like, what is this guy doing? So I start filming, and this is after he cooled down just a little bit, so he wasn't as mad, but he was still pretty upset. So
The man was adamant. Hunting ended at 4 p.m., and their firearms could be confiscated. Caught off guard, the hunters paused filming, unsure if they were genuinely in trouble. But after checking the state's DNR website, they realized they were in full compliance. The season permitted hunting until sunset, and they had explicit permission from the landowner to be there. With that confirmation, they resumed recording, documenting what they now saw as a wrongful confrontation.
So we just...
Buddy's an old timer and thought it ended at 4 o'clock, even though it's sun. Buddy's yelling like, what, 10 minutes? Just full yelling from not even his
He was
property.
pissed. He was yelling.
And then, second off, Buddy claims this is his property, even though the farmer's bean field is right here.
That we got permission from. Actually, you got, but that we have permission for to be on. Buddy, oh, you guys are effed. You're screwed. So then he yells at us for maybe 10 minutes about how, oh, it shuts up at 4 o'clock. We pull up the DNR website. Sure enough, during the entire season, it says sunset, the shooting time's over.
And then Buddy goes ripping on his 1980 booklet, trying to find a rule about sunrise at 4 o'clock.
He did anything he could to find something illegal from a outdated book, and he read for literally half an hour.
After about 10 minutes, he had to sit down.
Yeah, because he could not find it. It's 7:45 right now. We came up here at what, 7:10?
Yeah.
So he was for half an hour just reading through the book, and we're sitting here like reading our DNR webpage, and it says that at sunset you can stop shooting, and that's been a rule for however many years. I know it used to be a rule way back in the day in Minnesota that if you had to be done shooting at 4 o'clock in like the first couple weeks of the season, but ever since early teal and whatnot came through, it's just kind of been whatever. So
The man, however, wasn't convinced. He referenced rules that had long since changed, pulling out an outdated regulation booklet in an attempt to back his claims. Despite being shown the current DNR guidelines directly from an official source, he insisted his memory of decades-old hunting laws was correct. The situation dragged on for nearly half an hour. The hunters remained calm, offered to show their licenses and digital rulebooks, and even encouraged him to double-check with the local game warden. None of it mattered. Eventually, the man left, still convinced the young hunters had broken the law. While the conflict never turned physical, it reflects a broader tension seen across public and semi-public land hunting. Disagreements like this, fueled by outdated information, generational divides, or territorial attitudes, can quickly escalate. Legal hunters, especially younger ones, often find themselves in the crosshairs of those who think they know better, but haven't kept up with evolving regulations. What makes this story so striking isn't just the confrontation, it's the underlying question. In a world where rules change, who holds the real authority? Is it the handbook or the person who yells the loudest? The Outdoor Gear Review, a channel hosted by a man named Luke, is known for its grounded, realistic approach to outdoor content. Luke isn't interested in dramatics or chasing ghost stories. In fact, he's openly skeptical of anything paranormal. He often mentions he's never experienced anything that would make him believe in creatures like Bigfoot. But in this particular video, even Luke finds himself facing something he can't fully explain. The episode was a special request from viewers, asking Luke to return to a forested mountain area he refers to as the Green Forest.
My friends, welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you all are doing well. This is a viewer-requested episode that I'm calling The Search for Bigfoot. For some, this is going to excite them. For others, they may roll their eyes, and that's okay. Allow me to explain what's taken place and why I'm doing this episode, why it's been requested. So, over the last year or so, I've been coming up here to what I call the Green Forest. And over the last 2 years, I've had numerous odd experiences. The first odd experience began someplace on top of this mountain. I was hiking up, and I came across what looked like a trail. And along this trail, all of the trees have been broken and basically like stacked, like leaned in a certain way. It was rather odd. A few months later, I was hiking to this location. I was coming through the woods and I startled something big. As soon as whatever it was heard me, it burst through the forest. You can hear it breaking limbs and snapping trees as it ran. Whatever it was huge.
Over the past 2 years, he's camped there several times. While he hadn't drawn attention to it before, he'd experienced a handful of unusual moments, small enough to ignore at first, but odd enough to leave him curious in hindsight. During one visit, Luke found a trail where the trees had been snapped and stacked in a consistent direction. The damage didn't resemble storm debris.
Then, last week, I came out here for a camping trip. I was inside of the tent, it was raining outside, it was beginning to storm. Basically, I was turning in for the night, and I heard a grunt, and it sounded like this. Woo! One time only, that's it. What was that sound? I have no idea. But many of you all thought it was Bigfoot. I have publicly stated previously that I'm not sure if I really believe in Bigfoot. I'm more of a skeptic. I am open-minded to it. It's always possible, but with my experiences out in the woods, out in remote areas, I've never had any sort of experience that I could contribute to being Bigfoot. If you happen to believe in Bigfoot, that's fine. I respect that. But for myself, I haven't seen what I needed to see to believe it. At the same time, I have not seen evidence that I believe really shows that Bigfoot exists. Over the years, I've been sent videos and pictures from viewers. 95% of the time, the footage you can't even make out. It's so blurry, so dark, I'm not even sure what I'm looking at. The other 5%, it's obviously fake.
It seemed intentional. On another trip, while hiking off trail, something large crashed through the woods nearby, snapping limbs as it fled. Whatever it was, it moved with too much force and speed to be a deer. His most recent visit brought another unexplained moment.
Basically, I'm looking for a sign of something, anything. There is snow on the ground. That's a good thing. If anything's been walking through here, I'll see the steps. That's an interesting spot there with the moss. Something has scraped that off. Something rather large, could have been a black bear. Speaking of the animals that are in this forest, we have black bear, we have some deer, bobcats, the occasional mountain lion, coyotes. That's about it, really. We have some smaller game, of course, but as far as the big ones, that's it.
While lying in his tent during a rainstorm, Luke heard a deep, single grunt coming from just outside. It wasn't followed by footsteps or another sound. It happened once, and then nothing. Though he couldn't identify it, it left a lasting impression. Now, Luke returns, this time with intention. He isn't hunting for monsters, but responding to his viewers and his own questions. The hike begins in typical fashion, calm, observant, and focused on nature. The temperature is just above freezing, and while the ground outside the forest is icy, the interior remains damp and still. As he moves deeper into the woods, Luke notices more signs. Patches of moss scraped off trees, high scratches on trunks that might be from animals, but don't all fit the usual patterns. He remarks that the forest is dense enough that anything, animal or otherwise, could be hiding just feet away and remain unseen. He comes across a massive rock structure and comments on how isolated and strange the area feels.
It's huge. Look at the size of that. I will tell you all this, folks. Before I came out here today, I did a search about this area and Bigfoot. And I'm shocked to say this, but I found a ton of reports. This area apparently is a hot spot for Bigfoot activity. Every time that I come out for a trip, I will share with you all a story that I found online from this area. So if you find this sort of content interesting, hit the like button. By the way, everyone, try to keep it civil in the comment section. There's going to be those who think they've seen evidence of Bigfoot, those who don't believe. It doesn't matter, everybody. People could see things differently than you, and that's okay.
Before the trip, he researched Bigfoot reports in the region and was surprised to find a high number of sightings tied to this specific location. That knowledge adds weight to every broken branch, every strange mark. Though he remains skeptical, Luke admits that something about the green forest unsettles him. The structures made from snapped limbs, the noises in the night, none of them feel ordinary, and even as he stays grounded in logic, the experience lingers. He ends the episode without claiming any sighting. There's no dramatic twist, no shadow in the trees, no blurry figure in the distance, just an unshakable feeling that something in that forest is off. And for someone as rational as Luke, calling it the strangest place he's ever camped speaks volumes. This encounter stands out not because of any clear evidence, but because it pushed a rational, skeptical outdoorsman to acknowledge that some things remain unexplained. It highlights the thin line between realism and the unknown, and how quickly familiar ground can feel foreign. Have you ever visited a place that just didn't feel right, even without a clear reason? Share your story in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more real-world outdoor encounters. This next chilling upload comes from Squatch TV, a channel known for exploring eerie and often abandoned places across the wilderness. In this episode, two explorers investigate an old, deserted train bridge deep in a remote forest, an area known for being off-limits and rarely visited. At first, it's just another late-night adventure. The spot is technically restricted, so it's usually quiet, aside from the occasional snowmobile. But soon, something feels wrong. As they walk the bridge and nearby trails, they begin to hear unsettling noises. Animal-like, but distorted, unfamiliar. The kind that makes your skin crawl.
It's hard to tell with the wind, but it almost sounded like something definitely made some kind of noises over there. So we're gonna check it out. Occasionally snowmobilers come through here, but other than that, it's pretty remote. This is an abandoned train bridge. Okay. I almost kind of don't want to go back over there. Yeah, my brother said he heard some weird things, but that's pretty weird. I've never heard a grizzly bear sound like that before. You got like chills going down your spine? Yup. I hope the camera got that. Technically, this train bridge is trespassing, so no one comes by here anymore. But we come here late at night to search for animals, stuff like that. But there's no people back here. You take that one path up here. Yeah. Is that right there? Yeah. Take to the babies. Oh, baby. Okay. I don't even want to go. I don't even want to. What the hell was that? Dude, f this. Should we? Should we do it for the video? You got your knife? Oh, what the fuck is that? That's some deer tracks. Oh, did you ever hear like a rabbit get killed? Yeah. That was too loud though. Far to turn back? Yeah. We can turn back really?
The area is isolated, and with no one else around, the sounds seem to close in. One explorer hesitates, wanting to turn back, The other insists they keep going, to document everything, no matter what. But then, a loud burst of noise from the darkness changes the tone completely. Whatever it is, it's close. Armed only with a knife, the creator admits he's nervous. The wind begins to howl, hinting at a storm brewing overhead.
So we've been hearing some really fucking spooky shit, dude. I'm only giving it like maybe 5 more minutes. So we're walking. Yeah. We're in the middle of the woods, about half an hour from my house. I only got a knife, but that's not gonna stop the fucking grizzly bear or whatever this is. It's coming from up there. I don't even know if I want to. We'll see what it is, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, this is like something fucking unknown.
Let's be safe how long we're out here, because I think there's a storm coming. It's getting real windy.
But more than the weather, it's the sense of being watched that puts them on edge. They press deeper into the woods, now over half an hour from home, still hoping to get answers, but every step feels more dangerous than the last. Without warning, a sharp noise pierces the night, followed by a glimpse of something they can't identify. Panic sets in. They break into a sprint, scrambling through brush and icy paths to escape whatever was tracking them. The camera shuts off shortly after.
Alright. Okay.
Go. That's pretty loud. That's close.
Okay. So maybe.
I know. Okay. Oh, go. It's coming. Oh, crap. Wait. Don't. Wait. Go. Wait! Holy, I think I saw it! Go! 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 Oh, crap. Bro, wait, where's
Okay, we're far enough away. Let's just fucking go, dude. Fuck that.
Cutting the footage with raw, unfiltered fear. While no clear creature was seen, the emotional weight of this encounter speaks volumes. Was it an animal, something territorial, or something else entirely? The lack of visual evidence only makes the audio and atmosphere more haunting. What do you think was lurking beyond the bridge? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay alert. Because out there, beyond the trail, some things refuse to stay hidden. That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.